Hello, everyone. Welcome to Season 1, Episode 1 of Rebel with a Camera. This is R.L. Scott, your host. And I just want to get right into it. So, today, I want to really begin at the beginning of your journey. For anyone who is just starting out, or anyone who may be having some issues in regards to their journey as a content creator. The rules of engagement are where we begin. It's important to sort of get a particular mindset about content creation and how you approach content creation, and to sort of prepare yourself for the journey ahead, because it is going to be hard, it is going to be difficult, it is going to be rough, often cases lonely. And so it's important to really understand these things going in. I have so much respect for you. I have tremendous respect for you if you're taking this journey, because I know how difficult it is. And it's important that I tell you the truth, the unfiltered, absolute truth about how this works and about how difficult this can be. And so I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm going to be completely honest. And let's start from the beginning of the mindset. And so the first thing you sort of have to wrap your head around, the first thing that you really need to grasp a hold of, and this is no disrespect to anyone, but it's important that you approach the game with this mentality. And the first rule of the rules of engagement is that no one cares about your project. It is very important to go into this thing with that mindset. And essentially what I'm saying is that it will be important to you more than it will be important to anyone else in the world. No one will care as much as you. No one will take as much time as you. No one will give the kind of blood, sweat, and tears that you're going to give, because this is your baby. This is your idea. It's coming from your head. It's coming from your heart. And so you have to sort of prepare yourself to give everything you have, 150% blood, sweat, and tears, to give your all. When no one else will, you will. That is how you will achieve victory. And so that's the first thing you should understand. The second thing, or the second rule in the rules of engagement, is if it's your first project, if you've never made anything before, if you've never produced anything before, do not ask for money from other people. It is important that you first invest in yourself. And it is also important that you show future investors why they should invest in you. And if you don't have a track record, if you haven't produced anything before, it is going to be very, 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 very difficult to get funding from any outside source, because those questions are there. The question is, can you do it? Yes, you have an idea, but can you actually make this thing? Can you produce it? Can you create it? Have you done it before? Do you have any examples? Have you gotten anything distributed before? Have you made money before? Are they? How sure are you that there'll be a return on investment? And so it's very important to sort of take the nose away when it comes to asking for investors' money. And when I say take the nose away, I mean essentially if they ask you a question and your answer is no. Have you made a short before? Have you made a feature before? Have you made any content before? No. Have you gotten a return on anyone's investment before? No. You want to be able to put yourself in a position to take those no's away. And so in the beginning, you want to start small. You want to invest in yourself. You want to take on something that you can produce on your own. That's going to be very important. I see oftentimes people who've never made a project and they're asking for millions of dollars, and that's completely unrealistic. No one's going to trust you with thousands of dollars if you've never produced content before, let alone millions. So we have to be super realistic. We have to be really practical about things, and be brutally honest about where you are and where you want to be. The third rule of engagement, the third and final rule, is to learn as much as you can about the tools of the trade yourself. The more you can sort of put your hands to, learning how to write, learning how to use a camera, to operate a camera to shoot, to be your own DP, learning, how to light, understanding how lighting works, learning editing tools. As much of the process as you can learn yourself, you're going to be more equipped to actually get the job done and produce things. You have to take a hands-on approach as much as humanly possible. Back when I started, it was all about film school. Now, everything that I learned in film school is on YouTube. It's on YouTube University, So if there's a camera you want to learn about, look it up on YouTube. There are going to be tutorials. If there's editing software, anything like that, any piece of software, anything that you want to learn, you can learn on YouTube. And so that's sort of where you begin. Before you even start, writing or taking on the journey of producing anything, you have to condition your mind and condition yourself to take this thing on and do as much as you can yourself, to invest in yourself first, and to understand that in most cases, not very many people will care about your project, no matter how amazing you think it is. Not too many people are going to get behind you until you've already done it. And, once you've done something great, more people will get behind you, but you sort of have to show and prove first. You know what I mean? So that's sort of the beginning of the journey. It's about the mindset. It's about preparing yourself for the difficult task ahead, but also holding on to hope and understanding that you can absolutely do it. Absolutely. But you're going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to really put yourself in a position to learn, to not be afraid, because it's going to be very challenging. And don't look for a lot of help in the beginning. Honestly, it's you don't want to set yourself up to be disappointed. That is our first sort of initial discussion. The rules of engagement. Prepare yourself because now the journey begins. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you again shortly.